You're here because you want to learn how to turn these leg wraps and this boot into this. Keep watching to find out. So step one is going to be to find a nice chair to sit in. Step two, put your boots on and lace them up. These are the 1917 marching shoe. They would have been used early on in the war. But their construction was not the best for the trenches of France. Step two is to grab your leg wraps. As you can see, I have them rolled up, pre-rolled, ready to be unrolled onto my legs. I will show you how to roll them like this so that you can pack them nice and neatly. Your first step really your second step, is to unfold this just barely, a few inches, form a triangle like so, and then I like to wrap it this way. And I like to go from right to left. This first layer, I will wrap over itself and pull it nice and tight. From there, I will keep working my way up slowly, making sure that everything is uniform, nice, neat, and tight. You want this as tight as you can get it, because you do not want it to unravel. It is very important that you do not let it unravel. Ideally, you want your leg wraps to end right around here, just below the knee. Okay, right now we have come to the end of the leg wrap. I have pre-rolled my ties like this, so it's not a crazy mess. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this tape, which is what they call this strap right here. We're going to wind it tightly. It should be above the top of your calf muscle. That way it has a nice stopping point. As you can see right here. This will get you the best and most professional look, right? Because as a soldier, you want to have a very sharp and professional look. For these, I just simply, I do a very simple knot. That way, I can always tighten it, and then I just tuck it under the tape like that, and that gives it a nice, professional look. It's very sharp, and if it ever comes loose, which it shouldn't, I can just simply pull it tight and readjust. So I'm going to show you again on this leg. We're going to take this, unroll it for a few inches, fold a triangle like this, start down here at the bottom of where your boot is. Oh, I messed that up. Normally I like to put the triangle right here where my boot laces start. It just seems to always work for me. And then I'm going to pull very tight that first wrap, and I'm going to keep working my way up, gradually covering more and more of my leg on each pass. And it's okay to keep adjusting it as you make each pass. You know, just kind of smooth it out, make sure that it's good, make sure your pant legs are not bunched up like that was. Because we are representing soldiers, and soldiers are supposed to have a sharp, presentable look. So see here, this is where the tape ended. So I'm going to start wrapping it around. This is at the top of my calf muscle, so it's already got a good amount of leg to kind of hang on to, so it does not slip down. So keep wrapping your tape. And the good thing about wool is it's not going to be so tight that it cuts off your circulation, because wool stretches, right? It's a natural fiber. You know, so it's got breathability, and you know, it's not like you're putting rope on here and you're just cutting your circulation off. All right, so I've got the knot tied. Go ahead and tuck that under, and that gives us a very clean, professional, and soldierly look. This is what you want to look like for your World War I doughboy impression. You want this professional look, all right? You don't want it all sloppy, you don't want it hanging down. You know, I know we've got strings here, right? But that's because these are rough cut, that's fine. But when you have these all flapping around and just nasty looking, you know, like loose, and like no soldier's gonna go into combat like that, right? Because it's gonna get caught on everything. You want these to be extremely tight, well wrapped. That way when you go into a trench, you're not getting it caught on, you know, sticks or roots or whatever. Like you're going in there, blasting people, and then coming out. All right, you need that sharp, crisp look. That is how you should look. Okay, so step 3, go about your daily activities, right? Whatever you're going to be doing while you're in uniform, you've got your leg wraps, they're nice and tight, they're nice and presentable, they look great, you look like a professional soldier because you've wrapped them right, okay? So that's step number 3. Make adjustments as necessary. Step 4, I'm going to teach you how to unwrap them, and then step 5 is how to roll them up and store them correctly. So let's get started on that. Okay, so we are in step 4. What we're going to do is we're going to start untying our knot. Okay, so make a simple knot, something that you can take loosen up easily, because you don't know if you're going to be in the dark, if your hands are going to be cold, etc. So what I like to do is just kind of bunch this up, because it unravels pretty quick, and if you don't get a hold of it, it'll get away from you. So I wrap these up the reverse way. That's how I wrapped them. It's actually pretty easy. Okay, so that's one. That didn't take too long. Now we're gonna go for the second one. Again, just make sure that your knot is a very simple knot. You know, it doesn't have to be anything complex. You don't want it too complex to where you can't tighten it or you know, take it apart or loosen it up easily. All right, so just keep unraveling these. Oh, I did a really bad job on that. That's kind of the way not to do it. That was a really bad unwrap job. This was a good one. Okay, so now we have these unwrapped. We're gonna move into step 5 to where I'm gonna show you how to wrap these so that you can store them and pack them nice and neat, because you don't want them looking like this and you want it ready to go. So I'm gonna show you guys how to do that. That'll be step 5. And so let's get started on that. Okay, so we're gonna take the one that I unwrapped really badly, and we're gonna go ahead and just let it all out. All right, so what I like to do is take about 4 or 5 inches of the tape and go ahead and start wrapping, or folding it up. Okay, so lengthwise, end over end, wrapping this tape up. And you want to start with the tape because this is going to be the last part of your leg wrap that you're going to tie. I'm going to go into more detail on this leg wrap, a more close-up, so that you guys can see exactly how I'm doing this. But this is sort of like the long form, so we're just going to keep wrapping this up. And this is going to form your centerpiece of your completed roll. All right, the next step is very crucial. You want to make sure that you get it right. Okay, so with that being said, you see how this is sewn right here. This is the inside of your leg, right? So what you want to do is fold this on the inside, because this is going to form the inside of your roll. Roll this over, and then begin rolling your leg wrap, okay? It probably looks very confusing on the camera, but in person it makes a whole lot of sense, and you're just going to keep rolling this into a nice, tight roll. Everything about these rolls, you want to make sure they're extremely tight, because it makes it more compact. It makes it to where, you know, dirt and debris can't get in, and it just makes for an overall better appearance. Right, because once again, you're representing a soldier. You're supposed to have a clean, crisp, professional look, right? And you're supposed to do that at all times. So we continue to keep rolling. And like I said, we're going to do a close-up of this so that you guys can really see, you know, how I'm manipulating the wool to form a nice tight roll. Keep going, and we're almost done. Almost there. Also, if you're curious, you can wash these. I wash mine in the washing machine. I don't like to leave them coated with dirt and mud and things like that. It just makes it overall, it degrades the material, right? Yes, you get that campaign look, but within like 10 minutes you get into the trench. You can get that campaign look if you want. So there we go. That's one completed roll. Now come closer. I'm going to show you how to do it up close. Okay, so we have our unrolled that we just took off, right? So we're going to let it all loose. Okay. And here's where we want to start. So keep in mind, we want to make sure that the part that is sewn, that goes on the inside, so we are going to fold towards me. Okay, so make sure this is nice. Okay, so we're going to fold like this. Remember how I was telling you, fold it end over end? Just like that. I want to make sure you guys can see this. All right, so just keep going. All right, so I want to make sure this is on camera. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to make sure this Let's see the best way to do this. Probably gonna be like that. All right, so we wanna make sure that it's just like this. We're gonna fold that flap just like that, okay? So now you have a nice centerpiece right here that forms the basis of your roll, okay? It's the perfect length because it goes from end to end, so that means your roll is not gonna be crunched in on each other, on itself, and you're gonna get a nice, professional look. What I like to do is make sure all the edges are lined up as I'm rolling, and then I just flip it over like this, and I will roll, making sure that it does not overlap, you know, like too much. I mean, I know you're gonna have like some variation, but it's not gonna look like a mess, is what I'm saying. So just keep rolling and rolling and rolling. Especially these ones that are made out of 100% wool, they are very good to work with. And like I said, you can wash these, hang them up and dry them. I would discourage from putting them in the dryer so they don't shrink and become warped. Wool tends to do that. But it's always good to have a couple of pairs of these because they're just good to have. I would keep at least, you know, one or two in my haversack. Okay. We are almost done. Okay, and there we have it. Your World War I leg wraps, puttees, they are wrapped and they are ready to go. And I'm going to explain to you here in a second why I wrap them like this. So keep watching. Okay, so a lot of people are asking, or have asked in the past, why do I wrap them or store them like this instead of, you know, the opposite way with a tape around and tied up nice and neat? Well, that's a really good method if you were issuing them out brand new to people. You know, that's a good way to keep them from unraveling, right? But the problem is, you know, when you're getting ready for an event, or if you take them off at night because you don't want to wear them while you sleep, then you have to unwrap the entire thing, roll it up, you know, try to fit, you're messing around with them for a long period of time, versus this, where this is quick and easy. These are literally ready to go. And what you could do is you could get a rubber band and put around it if you wanted, or some cotton string or something if you're that worried about them becoming unraveled. But if you wrap them correctly like this and pack them, they're not going to be an issue. It's not going to be an issue. You could even, let's see, you can't put them in your mess kit, but you could just get some, like I said, like a rubber band or something, put around it, or some string. That way it's not going to come undone. But this is a quick, easy way to go. They're literally, you just fold it and start wrapping. It's the fastest and most expeditious way to get ready, okay? And as a soldier, that's one of your jobs, is to get ready very quickly. So that's why this makes sense for me. This is the way I've always done it, and it's always been extremely effective. So that's why I wrap them like this. I would encourage you to do so as well. Learn it, it's a very good method. It looks professional. It's fast, and when people see you doing it, you know, it just sets like, oh, that guy knows what he's doing, right? And that's kind of like the impression that you want to give, because you're representing someone that's been doing this for years. So yeah, that's one reason that's another character trait that you want to pick up and put in your toolbox of knowledge, so that you can discuss that with the public, right? So that's why I do it. That's step number 5. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I think this is probably the most in-depth leg wrap video on YouTube, but I think it's pretty good. I hope everybody kind of understood the flow of it, and yeah, it was fun making it. So I'm gonna go through and make some more of, you know, the haversack and stuff like that. So if you guys have any questions or if you have any comments, definitely blow up the comment section below. We've been having some really good discussions, especially on the what are they? The polls that I've been putting on the community tabs. They've been really great. So comment below what you want to see next. You know, if there's a piece of equipment that you want to see, let me know. If I've got it, I'll do a video on it, and I'll go like nerdy in depth on that. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Click like and subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Oh, I also want to, before I leave, I definitely want to say thank you to the patrons. I forgot about that. So yeah, I'm going to list their names below, and I really thank them. Like, their contributions are helping make these videos start up again. So yeah, I appreciate it. Appreciate everything you guys do, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Thanks for watching.